それでは再開させていただきます。
Now, we would like to resume the session. We would like to introduce the speakers. Ms. Yumi Tanabe graduated from the Matsue National Institute of Technology College and from the Information Technology Department. And she was in the IoT office, and Smalruby was the main core research item, and the visual item was developed block, and also Ruby, the mutual conversion system was used. She was awarded the best research program for the graduation. After graduating, she had a job in SoftBank Inc. And then as an engineer, she is making large contribution for programming and also. So she is there and she is wearing that crab hat. The next speaker is from Mr. Ko-ichiro Sugiyama. He graduated from Hokkaido University in 2007, and he is He is Dr. Sugiyama in Kyushu University, the National Observatory Hokkaido University, JAXA. He made a contribution as a special researcher, and he became postdoc and researcher. In 2016, he became the associate professor at Matsue Junior College of Engineering. In 2023, he became the professor. He is focused on IoT research and also the planet and information studies, and also the climatology as well. So they will discuss that Smalruby and also programming education, utilizing those knowledge and also engineering resources. Smalruby and mruby are used in programming. Good afternoon, everybody. I would like to start the presentation. The title is the Matz-ba-gani Robot Contest, and Matz-ba-gani Robot Contest wasn't actually the name of this program. The Venus search expedition wasn't actually the background. It was an assumption, and the line trace was on the map, and they were back and forth by clearing certain milestone points, and they could get a point. This was a robotic competition. I would like to introduce to you the background and also the development of tools and also the workshops and what we have learned through this program. Sugiyama is my name, and I would like to give the introductory part as well as the conclusion. Let me introduce to you the background and how it happened. These days, programming education is introduced in primary education. The community involvement is important, and also businesses can be involved. I belong to the Matsue College and the National College of Engineering. There are various requests coming to us, and to have shooting game is one of them. Smalruby is used, and IoT is used for the curriculum. And I sometimes GPS and also the treasure hunt programs are developed. And I was not totally satisfied with what I have developed, because we go to the schools and give those programs once and for all. Especially IoT is used, and they are not actually so easily repeating what they have learned. But the programming requires iterative learning. So what is the solution? How can we resolve that problem? So we give them some trigger by going to school and invite them to join our session. But it is once and for all. Not only having that sort of a workshop, and we would like to have another program later, and the competition is one of them. The students can be motivated to get higher points, so this would be continuous and motivation. And the local community involvement is important. Not only I do that, but also the local community members can be involved as well. As a result, there will be increased opportunities for them to do programming. This is actually the robot competition program was available. And in one of the artisan area, they had some program. Don't you do that together with us? It was motivative for us, and we are highly encouraged to join them. This is called the local community Robocon in 9 places and across the nation. Robot competition is done IT-based, and also it is in the Fukui Prefecture, the Echizen Club Robotics was the initiation that was disseminated across the nation. Rules are the same, but actually the motive they use is slightly different depending on the region. Local community involvement is very important. In the community, Smalruby and mruby slash system can be used. mruby/c can be used. While given the support from the Matsue city, I have been organizing the Smalruby learning session. Together with iTalk, mruby/c is introduced in our junior college education for engineering. As a result, Smalruby to mruby/c are utilized, and by using them, the easy programming is often achieved. So there was such an environment. As a sort of refinement and elevation of such a system, we could introduce a robot competition program in our area too. So that was the background. There are certain features. In Fukui Prefecture, they have certain frame. We would like to copy and paste it in here, emulate it, and we actually prepare the materials and reflecting the local culture. Now, I would like to invite Ms. Tanabe to continue the presentation. Thank you very much. And so I would like to continue the discussion, and I would like to give you more details. Let me introduce myself in self-introduction. I was born and brought up in Matsue. I am 21 years old. And last year, I was working and studying under the mentorship of Dr. Sugiyama. And since the graduation, I work in SoftBank, and it is the fourth time for me to come back to Matsue. I really love this region and this city. I would like to talk about the development of programming tool. I chose that subject as the research subject and for graduation. This is the club robot. This is an NS robot, club robot. We just emulated, but that microprocessor is our school's special order one, and the dedicated firmware is written in here. This robot is run and operated through our system. I will show you how they move. This is a program. So Sint is a programming tool-based one. We created it and based on the Sint. It is a web application type, so blocks are downloaded and you can accumulate it and to reach the complete program. So 1 second forward and then stop. That is a program I am working on now. Program written, therefore it is written into my microprocessor, and you connect this one. So web serial is necessary. Serial information is can be possible by this API. So serial communications have been established through which we can write in that program. Now, writing is complete and it is disconnected, and then you switch on the robot. It is a crab-shaped robot. So this is how it started to run and drive on the course. This is the overall timeline and synth programming and compile server, another one. And writing, so it is conversion so that it can be written in serial communication for the writing of the data. It was all completed within the browser. Programming tool, Synth has got certain features. I would like to talk about them. It is completed and within browser, a Smalruby extension. Smalruby extension. Smalruby is based on the Scratch. That is a block programming tool. Blocks can be accumulated for the programming process. So block tab and also Ruby tab are both existent. You can use both tabs. Block and also Ruby can actually exchangeable. My microprocessor control function can be added as extension, and then that mutual conversion function is also incorporated. This is an Micron block needs our own proprietary technology. For that robot operation, the dedicated block is available. And there are two types, easy one and also normal one. Why are there two categories? In the current programming education, visual programming is actually used from visual to the text programming. So assumption is that stepwise development in the primary and the junior high block programming, whereas in senior high, the text programming is now taught. From block to the text transition and conversion is not so easy. It's not a straightforward task either. Between block and also Ruby, between the easy and also Ruby, something similar enough to Ruby, but not totally Ruby. Ruby can be actually inserted as a sort of intermediary, and we did the experimentation. Let me give you some details about each category. The easy one, for each block, multiple, as you see, 3 Ruby codes are corresponding to. Therefore, you can write and program very easily. In the normal one, in one block, and one Ruby code is actually connected. So it means that you can have a wider variety. Ruby and also block and mutual exchange is possible. It is facilitated. Block tab and Ruby tab are both present, so you can go back and forth between the two. And by changing block and Ruby, change that way. And if you change Ruby, and then the block changes in that way, so you can have this and the overview, and also how they are related to each other. And this is a line tracing program which we have developed. So we use those tools, but they were actually publicly available in GitHub website. If you are interested, please access it and use it.
Now, the lecture and test run and competition. I would like to talk about this more in detail. The lectures, 2-day lectures, so the same content, so participants can join either of the day. 24 primary school kids joined, mainly the elderly, 5th and 6th graded, and the kids are actually related or familiar kids who are the members of the Ruby community and OSS Council or Shimane Prefecture, because such kind of known kids probably are easy to communicate. That's the reason why through this connection we found the participants. And in the morning, the robot assembly, and in the afternoon, basics of programming. That's what they learned. And easy category was used for category, and later the ordinary category and Ruby category was also used. And at the end of the lecture, to what extent they can do. I think kids are very much excited. So just one way, line tracing of the course could be hardly achieved or somehow achieved by many kids. And not big difference among participants. So we were wondering what to do if all the results were tied. Well, from the lecture to the competition, each one could work on for the improvement others. And robots and PC actually landed, and also part of the course was distributed, and we actually answered to the questions by the parents. Right-hand side, you can take a look at the question given by the parents and our answer. And left-hand side, right, a kid was very happy after he achieved something. He was very happy, apparently. Then, this is the test run. This is the day before the competition. This is for the final adjustment. So The lecture was a kind of the classroom style session, but in this case, voluntarily kids were to support, but 95% of the participants of the lecture came. So we were very happy because such a high turnout was recorded. And this is Matz-ba-gani Robot Competition. Well, there are elimination round and then final round. Then left-hand side, you can see the result, and top 4 could actually participate in the finals. And then MS team, the right-hand side could be the final winner, and Matz-ba-gani was the prize. And almost everyone could achieve the one-way track, and top kids actually could go to the middle and drop the probe and came back to the original point. So there's a design award. So we asked the kids to make the robot, which looked like a crab, and they had elaborated design, and this was the winner for the design award from team 14. So from educational aspect, we learned something. That is, the initiative to the programming. The day before the competition, 95% of our kids participated, so they were eager to do. And also, voluntarily, they did voluntarily, and 5 hours, the average. And some kids actually worked on this for 20 hours. I think they were very enthusiastic. And to what extent they worked on, and its relationship with ranking. From the sample program, to what extent they had the editing. So editing rate and ranking was considered. And correlation coefficient was 0.4. So the kids had more editing, had higher writing. Now, the percentage or category which was used for the preparation, and easy category 30%, ordinary category 65%, Ruby category 3.5%. And in the lecture meeting, we just covered easy category. However, many kids wanted to use a 60 ordinary category, and some used Ruby category, so they were highly motivated. And some actually used Ruby. But they seldom had experience of programming before this. So from the block programming to text programming, they could shift from that way. And our competition program actually helped them for develop. Then 95% of kids said the tool was easy to use. So this is a children-friendly tool. Then this is a summary of educational approach, and in programming education, this kind of event was useful. So, and the lecture, kids could go just one way. However, they improved, and a very high level result was achieved on the competition day. So I think this was very useful to motivate children. And when winner was known, all the kids were so happy and excited. So I think the adults were very much moved by kids so happy and excited about the results. Now, I would like to talk about now. So we wanted to work together with the community. So let's see that aspect. So as we planned, we had a good collaboration with the local community, like NIT Matsue and Shimane OSS Council, Matsue City, Shimane Prefecture. We all work together. Right-hand side, you can see this is the preparation of the day before the competition, and also you can see the number of staff breakdown from all the organization. Staff came, and it shows a good collaboration of these 4 organizations. And this is created by Matsue City. Ruby City Matsue actually displayed by this photo. So this is that photo taken at the time of a competition. So people who are in various position in the community all get together and they are excited. So I think this was very successful to work with the community. Then future aspect, and this is the update. This photo shows one event in the center. Matz-ba-gani Robot Competition is advertised like this. So I didn't ask, but voluntarily people started to talk to various parties that it was fun, it was interesting. So words out of mouth result. So we do have a lot of plan for the visiting lecture, not only Matsue City, but also Yasugi, Masuda, and the competition already planned in Yasugi and Matsuda. And the green color is not initiated by us like NIT Matsue. So green color shows the kind of the spontaneous initiative by the local people. This is the case of Yasugi City. So the graduate of NIT Matsue, Okuda-san wanted to have the similar competition, so he became an organizer. And with support of the community people, that's how they are working on. And the right-hand side, you can see big poster is now distributed to primary and junior high school. October 21st, as you can see on the left-hand side, the community people get together and they have the lecture meeting for the creating rockets. And this is the case of Masuda City. In this case, Masuda City municipal office people work hard so that people can support there. And we are going to have the visiting lecture, and it's almost always done by NIT teachers, but other people are happy to work as the teachers or visiting lectures. So we would like to encourage to expand this circle. I think community collaboration and alignment was very successful for the competition, and as a result, the programming opportunity increased, and also IT literacy in the community can be enhanced. That's how we can contribute. So I think the Ruby, and we did, thanks to having Ruby, we could do it very well, and also all the people concerned had fun and considered that interesting. So other people were influenced and they wanted to try more, and there are other initiatives started in areas except for Matsue City. So I have less than 5 minutes to talk. This is so I do not go into the conclusion, and this is just one photo. As I have already talked, for the continuous learning, so as a package of lecture meeting and competition, we actually tried, and this is our record, and that was a pre-competition we had, which was introduced by Tanabe-san, and the first Matz-ba-gani Robot competition will be held in January. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Anna, for your presentation. Now I would like to entertain some questions from the audience. Is there any question? And if you have, please raise your hand and let us know. We would like to entertain some questions from the audience. For the presentations we have listened to now. Thank you very much. So it was very, very actually impressive. That's wonderful and spectacular, because everybody was having big smile, and particularly children. And they were actually superb, weren't they? And the capabilities were enhanced, and they had very superb ideas in their mind. That was very impressive. If at the moment there is no question, if you have other questions later, please communicate with them. So we would like to express our sincere thanks, and through the big round of applause.
when you hear Matz-ba-gani crab, so and I'm thinking Matsumoto-san wearing that kind of crab here. I wish I could see him wearing that crab costume. Now we are going to have the closing ceremony soon. So could you please wait a minute until the stage is ready for you? And someone dropped earphones, so there was one set of earphone kept at the reception. And please contact 303 Secretariat if it's your earphones. Thank you.